What I was doing.
On Instagram?
No, on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done live on Instagram a couple times. Just get it started.
Cool. I like that Instagram it shows people like popping in and out, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to see.
It's a bit of a guilt trip.
This light is really interesting too. You're just doing it as a bounce light thing, huh?
Yeah. Hi, Linda. Hello. There's a microphone. Hype. Yes, we have Meister Meister here. Mr. John Frye. Yeah, this light is here, come closer. I think we need to be like, this should be right in the middle here.
Oh, so this is like a 10-second lag.
Yeah, we have a bit of a lag. I hope you guys can hear us. Hello. Welcome. There's we've got John Frye over here. We were just geeking out over some John Berkey stuff. I don't know if they haven't showed this stuff yet, but maybe I wonder if they can see it. But yes. Yeah, what do we have here? Anyway, I'll get these out of the way. But yeah, say hello.
Hello. How's everybody tonight?
Hello.
Hope it's not too late or too early.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it is a little bit quiet on YouTube sometimes, but I think it's cool because even if, let's say it's like, 5 people are there and we're all talking together, it kind of feels like a class a little bit, even, because you don't want a class to be like 30, 40 people. That's too crazy, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's good. With fewer people, you can answer questions and stuff. Not get overwhelmed.
All right. It's nighttime for Linda. Yeah, Linda's been doing a lot of really cool drawings in the mornings too.
They have a like old school car sketching thing in Chicago.
Oh,
old school car class, I think they call it.
Like live sketching kind of.
Yeah, it's like a class. Like but I don't think it's like. I think you can just do session by session, so you can just go and you draw like from reference or something.
That's cool.
Like before they had it at the Studebaker Museum. Oh, it was Indiana. I think it's based in Chicago.
Cool. That sounds fun. You heard of that one, Linda? High Fruit Breaker.
Yeah, they have a Instagram
Ankit
page. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for joining.
We're excited for this. It's been we've been trying to figure it out, but it's John's been busy and we're trying to find a good time, but yeah, here we are. So yeah, I thought maybe we could look at some stuff, some of John's stuff on Instagram for a minute before we get into drawing, just because I don't know, there's been so much new stuff happening here on your Instagram.
Yeah, I'm doing a big variety of things.
Yeah. Hi, Igor. Good morning. Oh, this is like 6 a.m. in the morning for Igor. He said he was going to wake up at 6.
Igor. Yeah, I remember him from the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm following him on Instagram now.
Cool. And then Linda says she likes your nebulizer. What?
Oh, that's for the weekly product design sketch challenge.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right, so this is sketch battle.
Middle cut sketch battle. I brought some orange Canson and then drew on the orange Canson, then cut it out and put it on black for super mega high contrast.
Whoa.
It's like a half-hour sketch, so.
That's crazy. You cut it out also in the half-hour time limit?
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to do something tricky.
I bet nobody else did that in the
Actually, one guy in the first round did a collage.
collage.
So there were two people with scissors, and I had rubber cement there too. But his was like so abstract. It was really cool, but it was like too abstract for the theme. Because he had to sketch around a theme. So
he was getting different pieces of color and pasting them all on top
no,
of
he was
each
just
other?
doing like magazine, like a person and like a wheel, and it was very artistic.
Artistic.
But maybe not product design enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No blood was spilled.
And then will we be able to watch this afterwards? Yes, this will be up. The recording will be up. But if you have any questions, you should ask them now before you go. If you need to go. Morning, Lloyd. Whoa. Okay. I hope you'll be able to draw soon. I hope it's not your drawing hand.
Yeah, that's scary stuff.
Yeah, we missed you.
Yeah, I did ID. I did transportation design at Art Center.
Oh, someone's asking if you're coming to Sketch Battle in 2019.
I might. I usually get pretty much invited to all of them, but it just kind of depends on my schedule. But the nice thing is, Detroit Auto Show is going to be in the spring. No more winter Detroit Auto Show. So it's even more incentive for me to go there.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I haven't seen Detroit in the summer, actually.
It's
a really nice city.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I went to CCS, got a tour there. And it's a
nice.
pretty cool campus. Excellent museum there, too.
Oh, DIA?
Yeah.
And we got the Ford Museum, this and that. I love all the Dymaxion house and the Dymaxion car stuff in the Ford.
Yeah, Greenfield Village is like, you can spend a couple days there going over stuff.
All right, so this guy, how is this? Which is the first sprue Meister?
The first one is the 6-wheel Tyrrell. I took him down at one point because I was getting the name trademarked, and I had the wrong logo at the time. So it's actually up. I think you passed it on the right side. Right there.
This is the first one?
Yeah, the Tyrolia Project Ouvert Autonomique. But I kind of established like the whole kind of mass for it. So basically every car has big wide slicks, skinnies in front, kind of set up like an old kind of T-bucket hot rod. So there's a lot of different motifs mixed together, and the air box is like kind of 70s F1, but it also replaces the mass of the driver where you'd see kind of a helmet in that area. So functionality wise, it represents kind of the big sensor pod. So this thing's self-driving, of course. It needs to have a sensor that's kind of up high so I can see the track and all the other cars. And the whole idea is that it's downforce neutral, so there's no wings on it. If there are any winglets, it's basically to keep it basically kind of neutral. So that's one of the requirements for this race series. So the handling is really sketchy with little skinny wheels in front and no downforce, so it makes the action better.
Yay. So they can slide a little bit.
So they basically have to power slide because it's going to plow with those skinny front wheels. If they don't, power through the corners, that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, you're either drifting or plowing with this thing.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Well, in MotoGP, they understeer through a lot of corners. They try to outbrake each other.
So it's faster to understeer?
No, I mean, they just end up doing that as a result. Try to outbrake the other guy, and then they have to catch up. So it just makes it more interesting in racing.
That's cool. All right, so Yoitisi is wondering if you're going to turn them into kits at some point.
I really like to. I don't do a lot of 3D modeling kind of at home. I do enough of it at work. Actually, I don't do that much at work anymore. I do, some NURBS modeling in Alias, but I'm actually likely going to hire somebody to make a model for me. That's something that I can reproduce, and then we'll get some kits kind of SLA'd. So it'll be like a really advanced kit that you have to do some sanding and assembly and everything. I got to figure out how to do all the decals too. That's another thing.
Very expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah.
But it'd be like a super limited kit run, like maybe 50 at the most.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I want to do one at some point just so I can have one sitting on my desk at home. That's kind of the dream. But I've been doing the box itself and just hand cutting the boxes, so I have the boxes sitting there.
Oh, sweet.
Because a lot of people that collect model kits never build them. And so the box art is really important, and so it's like just a piece of art to sit on your shelf for a lot of people. So that's some NURBS modeling alias.
Yeah, I remember this one from like
I was working on that when
I was in school. Yeah. This is like the first piece I saw of John's on his blog back when everybody was doing Blogger.
Yeah.
And it seemed like you were working on this for a long time. You would post like progress.
I worked on it for probably almost 2 years.
Jeez.
And it's not just the modeling that took that long, but it's just the research, because everything you really see everything, and I didn't want to cheat anything. I didn't want to assume anything. So I really had to work to kind of collect photos of everything. And I got a really good side photograph, so I got proportionally pretty good from the side, but like from the top view, all I knew was that the engine block itself was about 17 inches wide. And then I was able to kind of guess at everything else from there, like the size of the fuel tank and all that. And basically, like, pretty much the month that I finished, Tamiya came out with a model kit for it, which would have been really helpful for getting the proportion right.
They were just watching you and copying your work.
Yeah, but actually my model is more accurate than the Tamiya kit.
How do you know that?
Because I looked at I know this bike so well, and I know the photo reference, like the those little end plates and the tops of the cams. That's like the first piece I built, and the Timmy one is, you could tell they built it in CAD, and it doesn't have quite the subtlety. The radius sizes, everything is just a little bit off.
It's like it's too mechanical for the Tamiya?
Yep.
Okay.
And like the fuel tank mine has dents in it as it properly should. It's got the toothpaste welds.
This is the stuff. That's the stuff that like really blew my mind when I saw it. The dents in the tank, because I was also learning alias in school.
Yeah. And
I was like, holy shit! How is this? Because we were having trouble just making like a piece of soap bar, like peanut butter car, and then this guy was like putting in little
pushing the CVs. But if you grab like 4 CVs and push them in, it pushes them in a very square area. Mm-hmm. So it does take a lot of work. You get it nice and then you dent it up. And then it's also asymmetrical. The whole bike is asymmetrical because there's a clutch on one side and the other side is the chain chain drive.
The motor's not sitting in the center either?
Or motor's pretty centered, but everything is a little bit different. On the right side there's a steering damper, and then like photo reference, they raced the bike at many races, and depending on who the rider was, things were different. Like one had a clutch pedal on one side and the other had it on the other side. Halewood had his on the opposite side because he had an ankle injury or something.
That's crazy.
And so I kind of had to average stuff out because I couldn't find all the perfect pictures of one bike.
Oh, because they're all different.
Right. Yeah, so there's a chassis tag on it, and it's a unique chassis tag that is only my bike. Jeez. It's a RC166 something different.
That's nuts. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna put one of these here for the Sprue Meister official sticker we have right here. Oh, these are really cool. I remember just thinking, what the hell is this, 3D or what? And then of course you don't say specifically what you did here, but we know something funny's going on here.
Yeah. So this is Lego kit bashing. So No glue required. You can recycle it into other kits as opposed to buying model kits and hacking them up. But my idea was to get a bunch of parts that are all the same color, so I just started to hoard white and gray pieces, and just got bags and bags used pieces, and then basically kind of masked in the ship and then sketched over it.
It's so cool.
So just I'm always looking for some different artistic process of some sort, just because if you use the same drawing tools all the time, same creative tools, you tend to automate. Your brain tends to automate things. So if you do a different process, it kind of opens up different kind of creative areas in your brain.
Yeah, I mean, and the aesthetic is automatically different because of the Lego blocks, and
yeah. So
cool.
you kind of have to work at it to make it non-Lego looking, and I didn't push it that far. I kind of, I could have done a little bit further with it, but people didn't catch it right away, which I thought was kind of successful.
Yeah, totally. It totally fooled me, that first one.
Yeah, so that was just like a 10-minute build, and then I got into the epic multi-day builds later.
Yeah.
So these are sketch swap things I've been doing with some guys. So there's Ian Galvin. So I did like the line drawing, and then I sent it to Ian, and he rendered it up, and then I rendered up his line drawing. He did this really cool hover bike on a hover trailer.
Oh, hi Igor, Mylan. Yeah, you guys should check out Ian's stuff too. He's another great transportation designer.
Really cool concept stuff, and his line work is really interesting too. He has a really organic, very detail oriented kind of style, and then the line drawing itself he tends to retain it in his final illustration, which is really cool.
Yeah, he's so strong with the drawing that I feel like we got to see it. It's like a shame to cover it all up sometimes when the drawing is so nice.
Yeah,
but yeah, we went to school together. He was like a year ahead of me. I think
he's from England though originally, right?
No, he's from Detroit.
Oh,
or I mean, he went to school. I'm pretty sure he's from Michigan or somewhere.
That Harley one, I think he did for a magazine article.
Oh yeah, this Acura type
Business Week website.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool.
All right, let's get back to Mr.
Toys.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
man.
I have a lot of cool toys just for reference, inspirational stuff. Lotus 72, all the military stuff. My first love of vehicles was army trucks, so I've kind of coming back to that.
These
That's
are
a really
detailed.
awesome model. That's 48th scale or
What?
50th.
How big is that?
Like the cab is like 7 inches long.
7 inches. Okay.
Yeah, it's really tight, and it's got like all the hydraulic coil cables and stuff.
Damn.
It's sweet. And stuff, everything like hinges and folds and opens on it too.
Oh my god.
It's all metal.
Oh, are you from CCS? No.
I've been to CCS, but I'm from ACCD, Art Center.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite F1 car is probably it's hard to say, I'd say the Honda RA272. Aesthetically, not the best car. My favorite aesthetic F1 car is the Brabham BT44.
Not the Lotron 49?
No. So those are kind of in rough stage right now. I did a few roughs and have the box all kind of graphically figured out, but the illustration hasn't been done yet. So I got to catch up to those.
Oh, Mr. Kus.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah, he does awesome stuff.
And this crazy looking record player.
Yeah.
So intense.
I have that right next to my desk. I'm always flipping records over as I'm drawing.
Nice.
So that's the Brabham BT44 based sprue Meister car.
Oh man, I love.
There's one of those at Monterey this weekend. BT44.
Oh man,
such a clean design. It looks like contemporary even today.
Let's pull it up. It's BT44.
Gordon Murray design.
Ooh, that's the
McLaren guy. The McLaren F1. Yeah.
Oh,
but the proportion of it, like the wheelbase, all the angles of surfaces, how because a lot of the stuff at that time was all just riveted box section, so stuff got really boxy. But this one, some really nice angles to it.
It kind of reminds me, or this steep skirt side looks like BattleBots to me. You ever seen BattleBots? Like
yeah, because they want you to
thing?
drive up. They don't want you to get under it.
Like if someone were to side swipe you or hit you from the side, they would just ramp up.
Yeah, they'd probably drive up into the cockpit.
Yeah, and chop off your head. These are, yeah. What?
That's Lego.
Holy. I love these cars without the skin too. They look so brutal.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
wow.
That's a Tamiya upgrade kit. They make a 12 scale model, so that's all the hop up parts. That's beautiful.
Jeez.
Yeah, people go crazy with those kits.
Do you have this one?
No.
Holy crap.
I don't have enough time to build model kits like that. I'd love to have one of those.
Oh, that's like a year-long project or something, right? Oh my god.
Pretty sweet. That's like a Ricky Sue project.
Yeah, Ricky Sue.
I wish he had a website.
Yeah.
Somebody collected a bunch of stuff on Flickr, but I don't know if it's accessible. He's still one of the best. He's like one of my favorite designers.
I have a packet that he, like his student packet thing that he was...
Like a promo thing when he graduated?
No, just like... He I guess it was for his art center class, but he just gave it to me when I was an intern, just to look at. It was all his like class demo stuff. It's really cool sketches.
Yeah,
built some things.
Not so much advertising on them. They did look a lot cleaner.
Yeah, very pretty. Okay, let's see. All right, I guess we should go through. Is there any ones you want to check in on?
There's a lot of like those line work drawings are like little 3 to 5 inch sketches.
Wow.
So process is kind of the typical like light gray marker, and then I'm using like a cheapy Papermate ballpoint pen, one of these guys. Sit over here.
All right.
I'll be sketching with it later. So, but it's like super. It's a very cheap way to sketch, but also it's like I'm super comfortable with it now, and it works really good. So the cheaper ballpoint pens, you can get a really good line weight variety with it. Some of the gel pens, they're very consistent line weight, so you can't do light and dark kind of outline. They're like too perfect. They're kind of designed for writing mostly.
I don't like when you try to go light and then they get all scratchy and I guess
there's one that Scott Robertson recommends, but I think they stopped making it.
Oh, I remember this one.
Yeah, that's the one you drew up or rendered up.
Yeah. I got the original, right? You
I think you
gave me the original, right?
Right?
It's in here somewhere.
All right.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's my
because I have that. I have your original.
Got some Lotron. Some
1960s pinstriping. I always like the pinstriping.
Oh yeah, and then this crazy guy.
Yeah, Evgeny Lukashkov in Russia built the Tyrrell from that one rendering. Managed to put it into 3D from only a single view. Did a really nice job and got it sitting like really nice. That's one of the most difficult things, is get a vehicle sitting right, like the width versus the length.
Looks good to me.
Yep.
Oh shit. All right. Well, I guess there's a ton of work, guys, and I'm sure you're already looking at all of this. So, but yeah, thanks for sharing some of the process and stories. I guess we can just start doing some drawings, maybe. And
what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to do just drawings today, because feel like I don't know. The painting stuff is pretty. It's pretty sketchy. doesn't always turn out how I want. So
Well, the ones I've seen have turned out really well.
well, thanks. I'm scared though. I'm scared to do it on here. But okay. Anyway, cool. So yeah, guys. Here we are, and I guess we'll just do some drawing spaceships. I'm probably gonna do spaceships.
All right.
Up to you.
I'm kind of doing this twin hull thing. I might kind of continue with that.
Cool.
This is my next Frye Meister series, the space series. It's Gun Top Patrol 7. Is the name I came up with. So it's like kind of a biplane mixed with spaceship kind of aesthetic.
Ooh, yes.
So I have like the biplane
like
here, but
camel.
then of course I'll do like a triplane Fokker kind of thing.
I just realized that.
But I did that one first, and I realized it needed some length to it, so that evolved into the one that had like the twin boom thing going on, like that one.
Dang. Yeah, that's tricky to do and make it. Dang.
But I kind of like the proportion. I just want to make sure it hadn't been done before. Everything's been done before. The twin boom thing, it's been done in a lot of different things. So, but mixing up with the World War II plane, maybe that's something new.
I think I've never seen that.
All right, that's what I'm hoping.
All right. So here we go. Guess we can.
So I guess I'll sketch a little bit larger than normal. It's pretty clear,
something
probably.
like that.
Huh?
I'm trying to move all this crap out of the way. And if you guys have any questions or, yeah, let us know. We're here. John's here live. So feel free to join in and draw.
It's better than doing it last week when it was like 100 degrees. The weather's actually pretty nice.
Super nice. Yeah, my AC is like a wind tunnel. Let me turn it on.
Oh, it's like super loud.
Yeah. I guess I could.
Kind of adjust this on the fly. I can kind of get a little bit closer.
I think that's good. Okay. Yeah, we're still figuring out all this stuff. It's kind of.
It's just really lucky that you're left-handed.
Yeah, it makes it easier. Me and Darren did a double drawing last time. Like
on a
two
single
people
page?
on like the same drawing.
Oh, that's
It's
nuts.
kind of
How did that work?
derpy. Came out like
The dog. It was the dog, right?
yeah, it was that stupid dog.
That's pretty cool.
Audio. You guys have no audio? Uh-oh. Have you not been able to hear us that whole time? Well, they can hear us.
No, because we'd answer some questions. Okay. Thank you, UOTC. He's the only one that can hear us.
Oh, okay. That's all we need. What are your thoughts on the new, more stylized renders that transportation design students do nowadays?
They're good for selling the initial concept, but every designer needs to be able to understand the form and the shape and render it in detail so they can take it to the next level. So the problem is a lot of people, they can only do the artistic stuff and they don't understand the surfacing. And so they need like some modeler to figure it out for them. So as long as they're able to communicate with like good section views and like tight side view on package, all that stuff is really essential.
But is that a general student thing, or do you feel like that's actually something that's changing?
Well, it comes out of the education a little bit. Part of it is because like this social media, like on Instagram, the stuff that really gets like shared around is like the super juicy sketches. Like the real industrial design communication drawings that are used to like, build it in 3D, they're not really exciting to look at, so they don't get a lot of kind of play, and like they don't get shared around, so people don't know that is really kind of the bread and butter of actual design, is being able to kind of do that stuff. So it's really up to like the teachers to kind of explain that, this is how you have to communicate. You do that sketch, the really exciting one, you put it up on the wall, it gets picked, and then you have to go to the next stage. And so you really have to know how to take it to the next stage. Because a lot of people, they can make some sort of highlight and they don't know what it means. They've just seen it somewhere. They're just emulating or copying.
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of zigzag highlights in my life.
Yeah, but I mean, from your sketches, especially if you just draw line drawings, with line drawings, there's not a lot of cheating going on, because especially the spaceship stuff, you're doing panel lines and stuff that like float over the surface.
Yeah.
So you really have to, especially that really cool transition stuff you do, you really understand what the form is doing as it's moving across.
I hope so. Sometimes I don't, though. Sometimes I'm just like, I hope nobody notices.
Well, there's always, figuring stuff out in 3D is kind of part of the process.
Yeah.
But you gotta get them partway there.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta kind of understand it a little bit.
Yeah, to me, I feel like cut lines is where the thing comes alive. I don't know, because sometimes I'll just draw like a blob, and I don't really know what it is. But as soon as I put the cut lines in, and then it feels like it has substance.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
I think that's a pretty natural process. Well, it's spaceships are different from cars too, because there's a lot more cut line detail and a lot more transition. Cars are very simple.
I don't know about
so that's
that.
why. Well, I mean the surfacing is complex, but not a lot of things going on. So the notes are complicated, but there's not a lot of notes. And like spaceships are like thrash metal, or like super complicated like classical music with a lot of notes.
Dragon Force, or
Dragon. That's a band, right?
That's like
I totally forgot about that band.
Yeah, they just go super fast.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish we could play real music on here. Damn it. It's so
we
annoying.
can if we pay like thousands of dollars.
All right, guys, we have our donation bin.
What's our music budget for this?
Our music budget is free. I mean,
Dragon Force. I totally forgot about that. I haven't thought about them in years.
Yeah, man. I don't know any band that's more ADD.
Melt Banana. Melt Banana. It's like a hardcore band from Japan. The vocalist sounds like she's a squirrel.
Oh boy.
And it's like super, super fast, crazy.
Jeez. It's squirrel, hyper squirrel.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then some of the songs are like 10 seconds long.
It's like the end of the commercial where they tell you all the legalese.
Well, they have like a medley they play live sometimes, and it's just like 20 songs in a row, like really fast. I saw them open up for Wire, didn't know who they were, and all these people, because like they weren't the what do you call it, the headliner, and all these people were there to see Melt Banana. It's like we're asking what's Melt Banana. It was pretty awesome. So I've seen them live a couple times since then.
Sounds like a chill name, but I guess not. Okay. Igor is asking, what will be your inspiration sources for Meister Space Series? So
World War One, because it'll be biplane stuff.
All right.
So definitely like some Red Baron stuff, and this like the Spad. A lot of really cool kind of boxier planes back then. Kind of tall box section fuselage stuff going on.
Nice.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see that.
I have some more sketch swaps to finish up first. Alice Bruderer, Hydrothrax. She did the last one, so she rendered up my sketch just recently. It's kind of she does a lot of kind of like crossover, like animal, jet, spaceship stuff.
What?
Yeah,
Animal jets. That's a new
genre. It's pretty sweet.
Okay.
So she did a really nice job rendering up one of my ships, and I kind of did it in her kind of genre style with the kind of like a jet with some claws on it, sort of thing.
All right, we have to see this now.
Yeah, I do Hydrothrax on
Instagram.
Instagram, right there.
All right, let me bring this up here for 1 second. Here, I'll just go. You can keep drawing if you want. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's my line drawing, and then she rendered up beautiful background, and then she added those two white, kind of organic jet.
Whoa.
Yeah, she does a lot of that stuff.
What?
Yeah, look at that one.
A little bit of Alex Brady too.
I don't know Alex Brady.
Alex Brady does a lot of these kind of like bird jet things.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can find him.
Sounds familiar.
Al Brady. Wait, did he delete his Instagram? Let me see. I think he's like. Yeah. And he's also into like old school. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like,
oh yeah.
These kind of birdie.
Well, what was that?
Birdie looking things.
That movie series they're trying to get off the ground. This Is Heaven or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Did he work on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only other place I've kind of seen that aesthetic. There's that one rendering of the kind of jet bird on the on top of the aircraft carrier or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and all the Acura planes or Acura plane.
Yeah.
Acura plane.
Alice is all into that stuff. She actually gave me a good lesson on like train, because I started sketching trains. I didn't know much about trains, like the driving gear and all that stuff. You know, there's a physic kind of science to the number of wheels and where the wheels are and where your drive kind of wheels are, all that stuff. So my first few were like totally off. So I was just making them look cool, but I didn't know anything about how to do the right ones. She's like, no, you need to do these many wheels here.
Gee.
Got them more in line.
That's awesome. I love when an expert like from the internet just swoops in and schools you. That's the best.
It's good to learn all that stuff. Like the whole like vehicle world, there's so many different kinds of vehicles. Like seeing new stuff like all the time. And then kind of as industrial design guys, we're not engineers, so we kind of have to fake it.
Mm-hmm.
With some basic knowledge. So
oh, we got a question from Dominic. He says, how would you improve the understanding of cut lines and form for vehicles or hard surface? I assume the right answer is just do studies of real life vehicles and panel work.
I have a kind of a strategy for that. I don't know if you do. But
yeah, I don't. What's your strategy?
Well, you probably agree with it. You probably do it anyway without knowing it. I'm pretty sure you do. But like, basically if you have a shape, and if you take my CDA class, well, actually I won't be teaching next term, but if you did, I kind of explain it. So here's like some spaceship vehicle. You have like a little guy sitting in here, and then maybe I'll draw. Can I use a marker so it's easy to see?
Yeah.
Guy sitting here, little canopy here, some fuselage shape, some giant thing, and it's got like a motor in here, kind of in this area. So this is like motor, this is the cockpit, then there's like a thruster, like jet turbine. So the whole idea is to put the panel lines in the areas of functionality. So like between here and here, it's just structure connecting. There's not a lot of mechanical movement. You don't have to have little doors for maintenance or adding fuel or anything. Back here, we have the engine to work on. Up here we have like a escape hatch for the guy, maybe some oxygen tank doors. So basically all those panel lines that are functional are going to concentrate on the areas of functionality. So you have three things. You have call them the three P's: personnel, power plant, and propulsion. So these are the things you need to have kind of in the design in some kind of visible way. So you got to be able to see like, how is this thing going? So it's thrust is coming out of here, and then the guy is sitting in here, and then the engine's here. So we may not be able to see the engine, but we'll see like the hatches and stuff for it, like little panels. There may be some like louvers for cooling in that area as well. And then little maintenance doors. Up here there'll be like some panels to get in, maybe some panels here. And generally, I like the panel lines to kind of tie into the shape. So like I'm running parallel to the top edge here, and then down here I'm running kind of parallel to the bottom and then turning, so it really supports the whole shape of the vehicle. And so there are like areas of the vehicle there won't be a whole lot of detail, and then there's just concentrations of detail in the areas like the motor.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, you kind of do the same thing.
I never actually thought of it like that.
There's people that probably do it just kind of automatically because they're used to it, or they've been sketching from reference and they kind of understand it like kind of automatically. But that's the whole idea behind it.
That's awesome. So do you guys for cars as a designer, do you have to work on cut lines too, or is that totally left to somebody else?
Yeah, they definitely have to. Like the way the door hinges open is pretty fixed, and that changes depending on the cross section of the car because it like hinges in. So you can't have a straight cut line on a body side that has curvature to it. It's going to end up having to be curved. Unless it opens some weird way, like a gull wing or something.
Okay, so that's why all car doors are basically like this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's
something new.
Yeah, there's always like the bumper cuts, and it has to do with how the sheet metal is stamped and how stuff pulls out of a mold. And then also if there's a 3 mile per hour bumper hit to it, that piece of plastic is going to compress and move in. And so it has to be able to slide underneath without damaging the sheet metal. And so there's got to be kind of a specific angle to all that stuff.
Oh, wow.
But the designer's always fighting to make it look aesthetically pleasing, and then the engineers are, going for the easiest solution generally that's best for manufacturing and money and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean...
But like even like fuel doors, everyone wants like a nice round fuel door, and sometimes you have to do a square. It's just...
Why would it? Oh, because is it easier to open a square one?
It's some manufacturing thing, or vice versa. I don't know. But it seems like the solution you want is always the one that they can't do.
Okay. Now that you explain it, I feel more respect for car cut lines, but then sometimes I'm sitting in traffic looking at the bumper cut lines. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, some car companies they really take the time and they work with the engineering and they make sure that it's done really well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, there's the Ford something where the fuel door is integrated into the what do you call it, the tail light.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I have to make sure my head isn't blocking.
Oh yeah, that happens.
I look
sometimes.
up and see my head. Dominic, I think maybe next year I'll start teaching again. I don't know. Are you going to take over my class?
Nope.
No? You don't want to?
I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any
All right.
teaching.
Yeah, I'm going to get kind of busy, so I thought it'd be better to take a break.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to come back and teach. But there was just some big time commitment that was coming up, and I thought I'm going to like kind of drive myself crazy.
Yeah.
If I try to do too much. Like earlier this year, I was like super busy.
I mean, I feel like you're already making so much progress on the sprue Meister stuff and everything. It's like, man, if you had that extra time to like just completely finish it, that's crazy. That'd be
Yeah, it's
amazing.
fun. I can't sketch every day though. I sometimes I just. That's the thing about people that really like entertainment design. If you're working on a project for like Warner Brothers or whatever,
Yeah.
and you have to produce a certain number of sketches every day, it must be really difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those guys are worked like dogs pretty much.
Yeah,
or
because
sketch
I think
monkeys.
creativity is it's not like an unlimited supply. You can just kind of force it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, your head's there. Wait, okay, we got some, I'll read the questions and you can just concentrate on your head placement.
Just keep on. That's at my growing bald spot. I can see it.
All right, so let's go back up to Ankit says, some teachers have told me that since newer students aren't as good as older designers at doing realistic sketches, it's mostly up to the 3D modelers at this point. What do you think about that?
Well, that's cool as long as the 3D modelers get the credit they're due and also get more money. But yeah, I've definitely noticed a trend that the 3D modelers are definitely doing a lot more and have shouldering a lot more responsibility than they used to, which is, stuff changes. I'm sure car design isn't like it was in the 1960s, so stuff evolves. But kind of nice thing about like moto modeling, like as opposed to like Alias, like moto is a really kind of flexible modeling tool, so you can rough stuff in and you can modify it, and so it is kind of something where a stylist can sit there next to a modeler and say, yeah, it's looking kind of good, it's different than what I expected on paper, let's modify this, we'll try this. So you're actually kind of trying things in 3D a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like
I guess
designing,
it kind of
right?
Yeah, it kind of happens in clay as well, but I think it's actually easier to move stuff around in moto than it is in clay.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to carve clay, but when you have to pack, it's really slow.
I hate clay.
Yeah, I wish I was better at 3D stuff, like physical 3D model making. I really like the end result, but I was never like a super good clay modeler. It's actually like why I got into doing Alias, because I wanted to kind of up my 3D skills, and I thought doing digital 3D would be a good way to do it.
All right, we got more. Let's see. Kevin B says, "What up, Frye? Loved your PV photos." What's PV? Oh, Pebble Beach.
Oh yeah, Pebble Beach.
I worked with Jan T, by the way. Looked like you guys had a great time.
Oh, you didn't make it up there though. Yeah, I hung out with Jan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've been going the last few years. I got a pretty good campsite set up. I camp with my old boss. But this time his buddy brought his RV, so we stayed in the RV, and it's at the track. So 7 o'clock in the morning, you just roll out of bed and just walk down to the track. You're right there. You hear all the cars firing up.
Was that a work trip or just personal?
No, it's just personal.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's see.
Yeah, Jan is a Nissan. He had a 240Z like yours.
Yeah, I remember him from internship.
Yeah, he sat over by us. He's got an S2000 now, a 510.
The complete.
He's going to sell the S2000 though, I think. Move on to something else.
Oh man.
You want it?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't
kind of interested. I need more garage space. I don't have enough room for cars.
I don't think I should have any nice cars. I feel like I can't take care of nice things. It's not good. Kevin says I do alias and moto at FF. What is FF?
Faraday Future. That's cool. I heard they do that. I don't know how many moto guys are at Faraday. I heard it's a pretty good place to work now. There was kind of some craziness that went on, and now it sounds like they're really buckling down and focusing on doing the car.
Hanbin is working there, right?
I think he's back. Yeah, I think he was gone and came back. Maybe he was doing some. I think he is doing some Corvette body panel stuff.
What? Okay. Cool.
Yep. He is.
He's doing everything. Paul says Blender or GTFO? Preach, Paul.
Have you done Blender or did you GTFO? You do Blender, right?
I prefer Blender to GTFO.
I'm still trying to figure out what the best one is. I'm gonna upgrade my system at home and get into doing some VR modeling.
Cool.
I think that's the way to go.
Oh man, I gotta show you the Blender EV thing, Majigger. I'm gonna show you the bike with the
EV.
Okay, I'm gonna hijack for a second because I'm excited about this stuff. But it's a real-time render. It's kind of like Unreal Engine, like high quality video game graphics, but inside of Blender, so you can model and do stuff.
Model with shading on there.
Yeah, let me see here. Sorry, 1 second. Let's make this semi-big. So yeah, you get all your shading, you get kind of like screen space reflections, and you can get subsurface and refraction and everything. Like hold on, let me it takes a second to bump in here to load the graphics. 1 second.
So I remember the first time I saw like they called it the really, really fast render in Alias back in '97 or something. It was reflecting chrome in real time. It was just like mind blowing.
Like
just staring at that thing all day, like just tumbling it around. Wow, look at that!
Like
that is like pretty cool.
Straight, like 0% blurriness chrome.
Yeah,
like
no video shadows or anything.
Video game chrome.
That is awesome. You got like a couple different light sources. Is that a linear light?
Yeah, you can have linear lights.
That's actually lights. Takes a lot to calculate too.
Yeah, and then
the lens.
You can go set up your cameras, do some lights.
That's
so
sweet.
The cool thing is you can depth of field, you can do motion blur, you can do bloom, you can do color correction, you can do indirect light too. It has like, you can do fake, it does like indirect light baking probes or something, so it'll kind of do indirect light. But yeah, it does everything. It's not too bad.
Yeah, you're pretty far ahead on the 3D stuff. I gotta get into that.
It's.
So do you do your modeling in Blender?
Yeah.
What'd you do the hover bike in Blender?
Yeah, pretty much all. It started in Moto, but 90% of it was in Blender.
Mm-hmm.
And just took like forever.
So, I mean, I think a lot of them they're all really good. So it's not like one is like terrible. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah, they are.
Because it used to be you had like something like Mudbox or something, and you couldn't do like hard surface stuff in it at all. You're just mushing stuff around, which is really good for character kind of design, but not good for modeling a weapon or a vehicle.
Yeah, Mudbox kind of died. I don't even know if they still have it. But no, it's good stuff, and it's free. That's the amazing part.
What is Blender?
Yeah, it's all free, and it's like you can use it for movies. You can use it for video games, or you can make real stuff with it. I don't know. Okay, I'll stop advertising for them.
Yeah, you should get a check.
Okay.
We can pay for music we want to listen to.
I wonder if you can make music on Blender too. Great.
Oh, I was going to do some angled struts on here. I forgot about the struts. Do some tension lines.
Oh, Linda's asking if they hire industrial designers at FF. They probably have. So.
Yep. They need designers of all sorts there. I don't know what they need now, but they hired a lot of people. Pretty big operation.
Crazy. Alright, Igor's wondering what's some of your favorite regular cars? What do you mean regular car? What is a regular car?
Like a non-race car? It's still going to be a sports car. It's not like going to say Dodge Caravan or something.
Yeah.
How regular do you want?
What's your favorite mid-size sedan?
Lancia Stratos. Finally saw one of those at Monterey.
Oh man, I'm so jealous. So
Thing
cool.
is sweet.
So cool.
I always like the really funky stuff. Like a lot of the cars I really like are ones you have to lay down in, like the Modulo, and the Stratos Zero, and the Shadow AVS Lowline.
The cars that are undrivable.
The Ferrari 512S, the Pininfarina, Wedge show car.
Oh, hey Dwayne.
Dwayne Vance?
Yep, he's here.
Hey, Dwayne. How you doing?
We're talking about favorite cars.
Dwayne does awesome stuff. He's does a little bit of everything. Knows hot rod world really well. He's actually, I credit Dwayne for getting me to do kind of home sketching stuff, because I was kind of lost in a world of freelance and I wasn't doing my own kind of stuff for fun. He got me to do that for his Masters of the Chicken Scratch book series. Did 2 of those books. I did sketches for the second one, so look his stuff up. He does mechs, and he's been doing some pretty cool hot rod tanks, like hot rods with tank treads. Good stuff.
So
we went sketching at Plains of Fame.
Ooh. Yeah. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have more field trips.
I've never been to Tankland. Just wanted to go there.
Oh, I think I've been there. It's a tiny...
Yeah, Peter Hahn always goes there.
Oh, yeah. The guy, as soon as we come in, he's like, "Oh, are you guys Art Center students? I know a guy. His name is Peter Han.
I know a guy.
He's always here.
Yeah, Peter Han gets around.
Yeah.
All the sushi restaurants.
Oh yeah, his work is up on the walls everywhere.
Cigar bars.
Mm-hmm.
He's an
All of Pasadena.
influential sketcher. I don't think he does. He's like doing like you. You didn't do any marker sketch first. You're just like diving in with the ink. With what is that? A flare?
It's a Monami Plus pen. I just found it on Amazon. They're like super cheap, but I like it.
There was some weird Uniball pen deal that popped up on Instagram today. It was like really expensive, and it came with a special box. And I was like, there's like a coupon for it, and it's like I don't know anything about this pen.
Dang, they almost got you.
Yeah, I almost like.
They almost.
Wow, it looks cool. I realized I'm like doing pretty well with my 17-cent pen.
Nice try, Amazon. Greedy bastards. Leave John alone. He's.
My head is covering everything, so I keep on glancing up there.
You gotta draw like this. Zoom out. Zoom out. Unenhance. Dehance. Hey Ned. Good morning. Wait, is it super early for you, Ned? I don't know what to... Ned is from Australia. That's the rice.
Oh.
Yep.
That's a fancy rice cooker to play a little song.
Yeah, it is a fancy rice cooker. It's maybe too fancy.
What is it, Yoraushi or?
Yeah, the one with the elephant on it.
Yeah, they make all the best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta lean back and do my line weighting.
Okay. I'm gonna double check back here and see. Yeah, 500.
Virtual camera movements in Blender.
Yeah, Lloyd, you can do camera moves in Blender. Yes, you can. I mean, they've made entire animation films in it, so you can do all the camera stuff that you need to do. You can do. You can even do like match move. Like you can do motion tracking on real footage and get it to fit.
So you can record a street scene and.
Yep. You can do all that.
It's cool.
There's no limit to what you can do with Blender. This is a weird little.
Where's up? Does it have an up?
I think this is up. Or maybe this is up. This one.
Yeah, kind of like the tall one in the top.
Keep it on theme.
So I gotta come in with a heavy line so people can see it.
Oh,
yours is so legible.
You want a pen or a darker pen? Why not? Or you can test it out somewhere.
Oh, you got another Monami?
I got a whole box of Monamis.
So many Monamis. Alright, we'll try it. In selective areas. Underneath to give weighting to the wings.
Look at that. Monami.
It's like Konami. I like it.
It's pretty smooth, right?
Yes. Thank you, Monami.
Today's
Send
video
us free pens.
is sponsored by Monami. No, just kidding.
It's not. It could be.
Could be.
It bleeds a little bit on this paper if you're slow.
Uh-oh.
Gotta work a little bit faster.
Go, go, go. Man, the other day we were drawing in the morning, and then Scott Robertson popped in.
Oh, really? On
like,
the YouTube channel?
And he was like, draw faster. In all caps. Draw faster. And then he just left. And then everyone's like,
should probably listen to him. It's good advice. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good guy. I went to his. He invited me over to his studio. So last year. He's a busy guy. He's not working on books. He's working on something else.
Yeah.
Plus his hot rod.
Yeah, he's overbooked now.
Yeah, it's a good place to be.
Yeah, I like that he's good at business too. He's not just an artist. He's a real businessman.
Yeah, he was a groundbreaker. I mean, since Sid Mead, he was probably like gave ID sketching, drawing like more exposure than anybody else up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his hot rod truck, I think he's working on it bit by bit. He doesn't have any, time frame, so he can just do it when he has time.
Yeah,
there were some updates posted this year on that.
Such an epic project.
Yeah, it's really gonna blow some minds when it comes out because it's not typical hot rod community stuff. It'll probably make a lot of people mad, but open a lot of minds up. So the hot rod kind of world is like sometimes they tend to get really narrow-minded about design. They look at like what Ed Roth did, some of those guys in the 60s, and they were doing really crazy stuff. They get too traditional.
Yep. Hot roads.
A Star Citizen Caterpillar ship, so I have to look it up. I need to make sure I'm not subconsciously copying something. Because the twin boom thing, there's actually a ship from another video game. So I already kind of modified it so it wasn't too much like that. Like I said, the twin boom is kind of a really distinctive motif. So
yeah,
Star Citizen Caterpillar ship. That doesn't have the twin boom. I think we're safe.
Okay.
Different enough. Looks like it could exist in that same universe.
I have a Caterpillar ship from today. Share it in here.
What?
Caterpillar ship.
That looks like a Caterpillar ship. That is awesome. I like that negative space in the middle. Did you have the Hungry Caterpillar book when you were a kid?
Yeah, I was totally thinking of that.
And then there's a gerbil or something driving it. But it could go that way?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Could work that way. But it goes through space by just rowing its little legs through the urethrium. That's what we call it.
I had one I designed a long time ago, and it was just shaped like this, and it squeezed, so it compressed space-time into something solid, and then squeezed it like a bar of soap, and then would call it the squeezer.
Squeeze out some extra speed.
Space-time bubbles. Pretending like I know science. We are living in a simulation.
Oof. So none of this matters, right?
Game over.
I sure am glad that none of this matters. Takes off a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah. Still hurts if you fall out of a window, though.
Oh, it's true.
You watch Rick and Morty?
Mm-hmm.
The game Roy. He's taking Roy off the grid.
I forget that. Oh, wait, yeah.
Works in the carpet store. You beat cancer and you went back to the carpet store?
That show's so good.
Yes.
I tried to show Michelle, but she wasn't having it. She's not into it. Okay.
We got a sketch with Darren sometime.
Yeah.
Or Damon.
And
Moran.
Darren and Damon. We need all the... Oh, gotta get Walter Kim.
Walter Kim.
Walter Kim. You know Walter Kim stuff?
Yeah, show his stuff.
I think I show this every time.
Yeah, the Acura cars.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we already... I'll bring it up on the...
Yeah, guy goes nuts. I love that Macross NSX.
Yeah. Oh. How much work is that?
And the amazing thing is, he
Jeez.
went to school with Damon Moran.
Yeah.
I don't know what was in the water at that school.
I don't know either.
But they didn't really know each other, apparently.
What? That's too much of a coincidence. They must have had a teacher.
It wasn't the same year or something.
They must have had a teacher. Cross-section teacher. Anyway, yeah, Walter Kim, guys. Look up Walter Kim.
Or I'm going to try a markerless one.
Oh, wait. I forgot. We were blocking it while you took it away. We gotta see this one before.
It's not quite done, but...
Done for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wanting to take the Manami
for a spin. Mm-hmm.
I'll do a truck of some sort.
And Paul says that these chips are very squanchy.
Squanchy. Pickle
Rick approved. Very nice. They run off of Fleeb sauce. Defibrillators are looking fleeby today.
Yeah, you can't this is a different style for me. You can't under sketch first. You just gotta dive right in. You gotta do it
do it live.
Yeah. Kim Jong-gi style.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'll try it. I'll just start drawing a wheel.
I mean, but the thing about his style too is he's going direct and it looks really crazy, but then if you look at it close up, it's all a little bit wobbly, you know? But since it's all wobbly, it looks okay.
Yeah, well, I think he kind of gets away with it a little bit. I mean, it's hard to criticize him, but by using the fisheye camera lens,
oh yeah,
you don't have straight lines of perspective, so it's a little bit harder to see when stuff is off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a huge secret that makes it easy or anything, but
no. He's still doing inhuman feats of drawing. Either
Absolutely.
way you cut it. But yeah. And you know what's crazy? I feel like he's improving too. If you look at his stuff from last year or the year before, it's getting more and more crazy. I mean, which makes sense because of the volume that he's doing. But it's like you thought that was the best that it could be, and then
yeah, he definitely has something figured out ahead of time. I talked to David Moran about it a little bit because he went and watched him sketch, and basically I think his mind works a little bit different. Like he he has kind of a photographic vision, so he's almost like tracing it. He's like seeing it on the page, and he's basically tracing it. That's kind of the way that he saw it.
Okay.
I can't visualize like a whole ship. I can only visualize part of it at a time.
Yeah.
And like as I sketch it, it just kind of takes shape.
Yeah, me too. My things are usually like a weird looking fetus at first, and then they congeal into something.
Which kind of makes sense because it's how it's born.
Mm-hmm.
He informs his perspective with the details in the drawing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Well, it's kind of like using cut lines to help you figure out the perspective, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Doesn't make it any easier for me.
John is not convinced.
I just want something that's going to help me.
If he wants to keep the perspective clear, he puts a bottle on the ground pointing in the right direction. That makes sense. To kind of like reset your perspective.
It's like just to reinforce the plane that everything is on.
Yeah. That makes sense. I'm really surprised with this pen. Like, it can get really, really light too.
Yeah, you're angling quite a bit and getting a pretty good.
And it's still smooth, even if you go really, really.
Yeah, everything takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
How does this react with Copics?
Well, I've tried painting over it, and the paint will take it away. It smudges, but
so it's water based.
Yeah, I think so. And it says non-permanent on it. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's just water.
I think it's if you write on plastic, it's not gonna stay.
Okay.
I mean, you're not gonna wash your paper.
Nope. Well, these drawings are looking pretty dusty. I've been needing to tidy up around
How
here.
non-permanent? They just fade the next day.
Oh, let me show you this drawing I did yesterday.
Very temporary.
Oh.
Invisible ink.
Oh, okay. He's saying it's not UV resistant.
So you have to just
You can't go to
put
the
everything
beach.
behind museum glass.
Mm-hmm. Gotta put sunglasses on your drawings and lotion.
My drawing has cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a tumor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it said it's not permanent. Everything dies.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people do their drawings on the Post-it notes, right? Or I feel like there's a whole Post-it note.
It's definitely not made for that. Doug Berninger does all those side views of cars.
Yeah.
Mazda paid for him to go up to Monterey.
What? Wow.
So he got to, I think, do some live sketching up there.
Damn.
It's
Good deal.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I guess Post-it notes are the way to go.
Can be. It's one of the things you have to master. I can't sketch on that scale. I can sketch kind of small, but I mean, he's painting on those things.
Yeah, he's using like one hair on his brush or whatever.
Yep.
We had a lot of drawings where the line faded with while the marker ink stayed on display at our faculty. Oh dang, that's no good. I had a model at CCS gallery, and eventually, like, I came back a year later and it was sagging.
Yeah.
The plastic was melting, I guess, in the sun.
Yep.
That was a little sad. It's like 6 months of my life just melted.
You have to put braces and stuff on it, struts.
I guess the design wasn't very good. It was not structurally sound. So you started doing personal work like pretty much when the Masters of Chicken Scratch came around?
Yeah. Yeah, it really got me kind of moving with that stuff. So, like, Dwayne contacts me out of the blue and said, I really liked your stuff at Art Center. He was went through a little bit after me, so I was like upper term when he was like a lower term, and he was talking about, like, he remembered my work from there.
Oh man.
And he was doing the book. He's like, do you want to do some work for the book? Or like submit some stuff. And I was like, I don't have any work to really give you, because basically anything I had was work stuff that, I don't own it.
Yeah.
So I was doing like sketching on paper, but I wasn't doing like colored finish work digitally.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started to like come with some concept. So the important part of any piece is the design itself has to have some good concept behind it. And I kind of came with some ideas, and then the style at the time that I was doing was a really tight pencil line drawing on paper and scan it in and then just color it in. So kind of like coloring book style.
Yeah.
So it wasn't painterly at all, like.
But those are really, really nice too. I love those drawings because you could see the drawings underneath.
Yeah, I kind of like them too, but they take a lot of time, and they don't look as fun necessarily. The concept can be fun, but it looks a little bit painful to execute. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like, wow, it turned out really well, and I just kind of like, oh yeah, I remember I like to draw for myself, which I hadn't done since because going through school, you're getting assignments, and like sometimes work kind of takes it out of people. There are a lot of people that they're professional designers or whatever, and they don't have the energy to do anything at home anymore.
Yeah,
which is kind of sad.
Yeah, that is.
You kind of forget about the enjoyment of just, it's really like art.
So if he didn't ask you to do that thing, you could have been just like never gotten back into any of these projects and
quite possible.
Lotron and this and that.
Yeah, it's what got me going again. Yeah, for every kind of big thing in my life, I have somebody to thank for it.
That's crazy.
My job and getting an art center, all that stuff. Yeah, because he was doing it. It's like, man, he's having fun with that.
He was trans too, right?
Yeah.
Did he work for car companies too before?
He's been doing some different stuff. Fly racing, helmet stuff. He did a lot of stuff for Mattel.
Oh, yeah.
Worked for Mattel for a while. I think maybe Jada Toys.
Oh, cool.
So I mean, his hot rod aesthetic.
Learn something new.
Yeah, I think I thought I told you that. I never give you enough credit. But yeah, I mean, lots of toy design stuff for sure.
I guess he's here. We could ask him.
Yeah, you can say what you've been doing, what you're up to, Dwayne. Put in your link. What's the name of the? Is it Masters of Chicken Scratch?
Yeah, Masters.
You have to put your website in there.
Masters of Chicken Scratch.
But he's got his own kind of website too.
So this is only for the book or for the
No, for his artwork. So kind of all the stuff that falls in line with the hot rod stuff.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, there you go.
Here it is, guys. Check it out. Yeah, man, that's so cool. So, all right, you have any other stories like that of like your first job or your first internship or just some random or somebody who?
Well, like the first thing I did when I got out of school was like the most horrible job ever.
Okay, that sounds fun.
So I didn't get a job offer like right out of school. So I'm like twiddling my thumbs like, I just, got out of school, need to pay off my loans. You just start doing something, you feel like you're gonna, especially have the momentum of going to school, you feel like, you want to keep going, doing something right away. And the first kind of gig I got was working for this product design company in Beverly Hills on Wilshire. But it was like a really old company, and the old guy that was running it, he had been around forever, and their little studio, they had a nice little studio, but there was nobody working there. It was just all old prototypes. They did a lot of Happy Meal toys and stuff.
Whoa.
And he's like, yeah, your work is really good, but we don't have any work right now, so I need you to be the guy, so when I go around and try to get more gigs, we can say you're the designer that works here. So I didn't actually do any work at that point, but it's like pretending to be the guy that did all the work for them without having to do anything.
What?
And then it's like he just needed some stuff done, so I ended up like working in this sweatshop on Pico building prototypes, and like I was sanding this drink carrier for Pizza Hut.
Whoa.
It's like a little plastic prototype, and like sanding it and bondoing it, which is stuff I never really got into.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the drawing cars part of my job? It's like, this is not good. And my old roommate at the time was James Klein, who's the Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
He was working at Activision, and he's like, yeah, why don't you come over to Activision? And he put in the good word for me there, which was like, it was perfect job for me. So worked on this video game that never went anywhere, called I can't say what it's called. It was like 20 years ago, but it was all kind of like hovercraft, wasteland, kind of Mad Maxy stuff. Like at the time it was low polygon, so you kind of had to sketch low poly.
Cool.
With you could do some stuff with textures, and I did like a giant stack of copy paper. I don't know how many hundred sketches. I was just cranking every day.
Man. That sounds so fun.
Yeah, I think razor points, pen, and markers back then. I think Prismacolor markers.
Dang.
Tons of it. And you'd get like the Prismacolors that were kind of dying, and you could do really nice like rust streaks and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that was really fun. And then basically when that was happening, I got 2 job offers, one at Honda and one at Boeing, which is where I had interned. Which Pacific Northwest is really cool. To work up in Seattle would have been pretty cool because I'm from up there.
Yeah.
But like airline industry, like that kind of design is really slow. So it takes so long to design a plane, so it's a little bit boring. So, and then I was like, yeah, Honda was the place I wanted to work in the first place because I had a whole bunch of teachers that were from Honda, like Ricky Sue, Dave Merrick.
Whoa, Ricky was your teacher?
He wasn't my teacher, but I knew of his work at Art Center because he was teaching there. So I'm like, yeah, that guy does like super kick-ass stuff.
Oh, crazy.
So I was like, I want to work with those guys.
Dang.
And so, but that was an alias modeling job. So I'm at the same time going, well, I think one of the weak parts of my whole like final presentation was my 3D wasn't very strong. that aspect of design. So I thought, I get in Honda, the place I want to be. Plus, I'm going to learn how to do 3D, so I can take that anywhere I want later.
It's funny that they picked you up for modeling when that was your weak point.
Well, like physical modeling was like my weak point, like clay and prototypes. But like, I had a little bit of Alias experience, not a lot. But they're looking for somebody that had good like design sense, could draw and communicate and design and all that.
Yeah.
And then also, I did really well in school and was like a good student and everything, which it's always really important. You make a good impression with your teachers if they're in the industry, because that goes a long way for getting a job later. So like, I like John, he's a good guy, let's hire him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Activision. I didn't know you were doing Activision.
Yeah, that's when they were in Santa Monica. Wow. It was a pretty fun gig. It's my first job with video games.
Dang. That was before they... I guess they were a lot smaller then. Or they owned Blizzard, right? Or
yeah, I think they definitely got bigger. That was I don't know how many floors they had in that building.
Bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Whoa, is that chili? Holy crap. Wow, that's strong. Michelle, what is that?
I think I put too many spicy peppers.
Holy shit. That's really strong.
I like it.
Oh my god.
I put Thai chili.
Oh.
Spicing up the dinner.
Yeah, turn on the vent. Oh, how are you alive?
At first I wasn't sure if it was the pepper.
Have a spice emergency in the kitchen.
Oh, chemical warfare in here.
Yeah, dinner is being made.
Okay.
I gotta get one of these.
Some head action.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I'll lean back. I can do that.
Maybe I can. Sorry, we're still figuring out setup here, sort of.
Yeah, I have a really hard time getting a good camera set up at home. Feeling unnatural.
What kind of what kind of camera do you have?
I'm just running off my iPad.
Oh, okay.
For the quality of Instagram, it's good enough.
Yeah.
I have a friend up in Oregon that does video production. So if I ever do like some canned videos, I could probably hire him to put them together, edit them really nice, intro, music, fades, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice. Show the YouTubers how it's done. Michelle's trying to murder us, is what's going on. Dwayne was in the action sports industry for a while with Troy Lee Designs, and then Hot Wheels.
Troy Lee, that's right.
And then freelance for 6 years, and then back to fly racing, and now on his own again. So Dwayne, do you think are you gonna be this time? Are you gonna try to make it a permanent thing to be on your own again, like with your books and your personal projects and stuff?
You met him?
Yeah, I met him at DesignerCon. Actually, he came by
Oh, that's cool.
when we were out there with his his kids. But yeah, it's so cool to meet you guys from the internet, you know.
Yeah.
Finally, after
Real
so
folks.
long. I love the internet. It's great.
She's a little bit of everything tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to use your brush pen to fill in too much.
Yeah, you
Kill your
whatever.
brush pen.
Ugh. Alright.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Smells good to me.
See if I can flip this.
Doing your test graphics first.
Mm-hmm.
So your kind of lunch hour morning sketch thing, is that a regular time where people join?
Yeah, it's 11:30 just 11 in the morning every day
Till
till whenever. Sometimes it's like an hour and a half, and sometimes it's 2 hours and a half, and it's usually like an hour and a half. But
yeah, it's really cool.
yeah, these guys have been consistent. It's kind of crazy. I never.
That's really cool how you do
Really
the
planned
crits.
Yeah, it's fun. And kind of, I'm just sort of amazed, you know, like, because I expect it to be super ADD on YouTube. Like, no one would stick around for crits of other people's work.
Oh yeah,
But people are there and saying like, "Oh, that's cool. You
Yeah.
did that,
Well,
that, and then like everyone's
that's important because you learn from other people.
Yeah.
For sure.
and people are, you know, commenting on each other's work in the little album too. So it's really great. It kind of feels like a class-ish. I just need to figure out some other projects too to take care of the money side of things, but I think this is it's just a beneficial anyway, because we're all just drawing, you know, instead of goofing off or whatever.
Well, you keep your momentum,
Yeah.
artistic momentum up, so when like the jobs come in, you're already kind of rolling.
Yeah.
So I'll do this the hard way.
Got some mid-sketch refueling on the go.
So you're going to drop at least one drop on my drawing.
Artistic license.
Table is so nice.
Don't do it.
Drop anything on there.
And this table changed our life.
It's a good one.
Actually,
It's a huge.
Draw and stuff.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get a whole party of people sketching at the same time.
All right, next time we'll get Darren.
Yeah. Well, even if you can't see everything at the same time, you can have like a really good discussion.
Yeah.
Like to poke his brain. I don't know where he's from, education-wise.
I think he went to art center too.
Illustration.
think so. Either illustration or industrial design. I think illustration. But he dropped out, so...
It's like, yeah, too good.
Yeah, something like that.
I think James Gurney dropped out, right?
Oh, really?
At Art Center. I don't think he finished.
Didn't know that.
It's one of those guys like that. Got what he needed to and got out before it got too expensive.
Oh, here comes Kirk. Drawings are too good. You guys should tone it down. Oh my
Need
God.
Kirk's
Jesus
character.
Christ.
I need a Kirk lady, Kirk dude next to the van.
We need we need Kirk ladies. Kirk dude ladies.
Dude ladies?
Alright. Oh, sorry. Dwayne says, I'm gonna give it a go again. I'm pushing to finish my hot rod themed playing cards.
Playing cards,
Oh,
yeah, that's
nice.
Have you seen that?
We were just looking at these John Berkey playing cards today.
Right.
And
there's a good business
got like
model
a
to be had
billion
in the
of them.
playing card thing.
Alright, if Dwayne's the pioneer, you can get the cards back alive.
Yeah, he's been doing the playing card series, inking all that stuff. Wow, look at that thing.
Go for it. It's juicy. And Yiming says, oh nice, I thought I'm not able to watch, but here it is. Welcome, man. Just finished lunch. The theme seems random, or there's a... Oh yeah, Linda, and the theme for tomorrow is going to be joints and mechanical bits, and we're studying like, yeah, robot joints, mechanical stuff, because today we were doing mechanical crabs, and people were freaking out because they don't know how to do the joints and stuff, so that's what we're going to focus on. And then, let's see. Igor says, the magic of the internet is when you can hear what's going on in the kitchen from 9,000 kilometers away. Can you taste the death? The doom? Dry marker. What time is it? It's 9:40 p.m. right here. Hey, Fuad. Welcome. You know Fuad's work?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, guys, here's another one. Another superstar.
Oh, I'd love to learn about new superstars. New to me.
What?
You're going to type his name and I go, oh yeah, I know this guy.
Yeah, you probably do. I need to,
There's a few.
yeah.
The same name.
Here we are. You know this stuff?
No. Wow. Whoa.
It's all like 3D code. Oh wait, let me put the screen on here.
Throw another
Window capture.
good 3D software in our discussion.
So, yeah, here's another
I've
one.
heard a lot of good things about 3D code.
Oh, what's that? Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, wait, where's the Instagram? He's got really crazy drawings too. Oh, here it is. What's this? Some 3D coat to Blender? Hella Eevee?
That's cool.
Oh man. 3D coat to Eevee.
Alright, I'm gonna do 3D code.
Damn.
Is that VR?
I don't think 3D coat is VR, but
Looks like it probably will be.
It's
It looks
voxel.
a lot like that kind of extruded stuff.
yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, I saw that.
Blender. Yeah.
Oh, I am following Fuad.
This stuff. I love these
Yeah.
drawings, man.
Yeah, those are nice.
Oh, that's not 3D coat. That's a 2D paint tool. Oh, here's some more Blender, Eevee. Nice corridor action. Go inside, man. I want to see inside. But yeah, it's like a modern video game engine, pretty much. But you
Yeah.
can model in there.
That's awesome.
Is this thing?
Got some Gumroad videos.
Yeah. Oh, here we are. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I sometimes I overlook some of the 3D stuff. Should get into this stuff more.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to play with at the very least. And, but
Yeah, all that heavy detail
yeah, like
stuff is really cool.
he does everything.
What is a 2D paint tool?
Is that the name of the program? 2D paint tool?
But it's 3D code.
Oh, it's a 2D paint tool in 3D code.
Oh,
yeah.
You're drawing
Yeah.
with normal height maps.
Oh, yeah,
probably.
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, those are rad.
Oh, I love these.
Yeah,
Kinda
really nice
stuffy.
shapes.
Poofy,
Flappy.
floopy. Yeah.
All sorts of good stuff.
So, oh yeah, check this out. Boom. Octane in 3D code. What's this? What's going on here?
Sprinkling a city.
Okay. Cool. Oh shoot, yeah, here we go. They look like baseball gloves or like leather.
Yeah, it's kind of got that the tucking around the stitches feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a cool kind of insecty, mechanical insect feel.
Mhm.
I can't do anything that looks that mean. It's a really good sinister look to them.
Yeah. They're grumpy. Alright, let me get back here.
Very cool stuff.
Yep, one of my favorites. Alright. Cool. Well, how's it going? You feeling... Are you toasted? Are you toasty?
Pretty toasted. It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. Alright, well, I guess we can...
Let's ask for any last questions before we wrap it up.
Yeah. Guys, yeah, thanks for coming by, guys. If you have anything else you wanna say, but I think we had a pretty good haul here. Good day of sketching, or good night of sketching after a whole day of work
Yeah.
for John. So
You were sketching this morning
probably
too.
pretty tired.
You've been working.
Yeah, this is awesome.
That was a fun one. It's got rear wheel steering though.
Oh,
Ellipse is wrong.
some positive timbre.
Car Week? Monterey Car Week, yes. Randomly on paper. Yeah, you mean randomly on paper? Yes. For me, kind of, but I already know I'm going to draw a spaceship or a car.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually just rough it in with marker, and I'm just like throwing in a mass in there. Just kind of being really rough with the marker, and then you kind of discern shapes out of that. It's like looking at clouds and seeing stuff in the clouds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. It's like being a 3-year-old, I guess, but fancier. Alright, guys.
Yeah, there's a technical
Enjoy
word
this
for that. I can't
video.
remember what it's called. Somebody in my
Free
class.
association? No?
Pareidolia.
Pareidolia.
Yeah, don't ask me to spell it.
Okay. Sounds like a tasty pastry.
Or disease.
Yeah.
Can't come into work, I have pareidolia.
Sorry, guys. I'm pareidolian tonight.
Pareidoliac.
All right, Dwayne. Good to see you.
I hope your hand is better, Lloyd.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. We'll.
I'll probably watch all you people draw with the the crew tomorrow while I eat my
Ooh.
lunch.
Maybe we can get a 1 5-minute drawing in.
I'll just watch. It's always good to hear you narrate.
Oh, thanks.
Shading was just with I have a grade marker. It's only number 2, so it's very light.
Okay. And Linda says, how did you come to your painterly style? Did you start painting traditionally? Or
You?
wait, who are you? I think that's for you. Because like you're the Lotron and the Meister stuff.
No, I'm just copying painters. I did some gouache painting in school, but I've been really studying a lot of the illustrator guys, Jack Linwood and Michael Turner, aviation art guy, Sid Mead, of course.
Is it like that, Jacqueline?
Leynwood.
What a spelling.
No.
Alright. Cool. And then, alright, Igor. Thanks for watching. Thanks for waking up at 6 in the morning. That's crazy. Or was that Mr. Kadashkin? You guys are champions. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thanks for hosting me.
Yeah, this was awesome.
I appreciate it.
I gotta feel like we learned a lot from this.
Yeah, it's cool to look at all the stuff online too at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Send the links.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Wait,
See you later.
Good night.